Alright, what's up everybody, we're back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys have a good one. Today, we're going to talk about the Golden State Warriors. Because literally just now, I finished watching yesterday's game against the LA Clippers. I'm recording this on Saturday. You're going to see it Sunday because I have stuff to do Sunday, so I'm not going to be able to record. But I just watched this game. Originally, I wasn't planning to do this video today. I was going to go talk about another video I'm probably going to do later. But after watching this game and seeing what just happened, I gotta talk about the Golden State Warriors because things are not looking good over there in Golden State. We're gonna talk all about it today. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. Really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, also like that. I really appreciate it. Really helps out a lot. Links to my Twitter, TikTok, stuff like that in the description down below. And yeah, I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So, December 2nd, the Golden State Warriors lost the game to the LA Clippers, 113 to 112. They outscored the Clippers 33 to 24 and 22 in the first quarter. Outscored them 34-26 in the second. We're up by double digits for most of the second quarter. They went to halftime with a 19-point lead after a Steph Curry jumper. And then to start the third quarter, first possession, Moses Moody hits a three. They lead by 22 points. With 11 minutes left in the third, the Clippers don't look good, and it's like, all right, the Warriors probably gonna win this one because the Warriors did beat the Clippers on Friday. Thursday. On Thursday they beat the Clippers, and so they thought, all right, it's a win. From that moment on, the Clippers outscored the Warriors 65 to 42. 65 to 42. They outscored them 37-25 in the third quarter, and outscored them 28 to 20 in the fourth quarter, and didn't take their first lead until Paul George hit a tough step back three with 9 seconds left. The Warriors' last possession, Curry gets started by Kawhi. Curry drives, finds Draymond Green in the corner. He misses a three, and the game's over. The Warriors lose that game. They fall now to a 9-11, 11th in the Western Conference. Clippers are 9-10 now. And we got to talk about this Warriors team. Coming into the year, there were some expectations. Obviously, it's the Golden State Warriors. They've been a dynasty. They've won 4 of the last, 7 championships or 8 championships, I want to say. They have been dominant, obviously, and with that tandem or that trio of Curry, Clay, Draymond, they're gonna be a tough team to beat. You know, they come in, they bring in Chris Paul, stuff like that, and they start the year off well. They start the year 6-1. You know, it looked like, okay, maybe things are starting to, turn. The Warriors might have one more run in them. Oh, I'm sorry, they started 6-2. Since the 6-2 start, they have gone 3-9. Including going on a 6-game losing streak where they lost to the Nuggets, lost to the Cavs, lost to the Timberwolves back-to-back days, lost to the Thunder back-to-back days. They also lost to the Phoenix Suns, and they lost to the Kings on Tuesday in an NCAA tournament game, but they also blew a lead in that one. The Warriors, yeah, they were up most of the game, but in the second half, again, they fell apart. The Kings outscored the Warriors 40-32 in the third quarter, 29-19 in the fourth quarter. Malik Monk gets the game winner, and they lose that game. 2 loss where they're up big and then they lose. So yeah, the Warriors have had some blown leads. This team just isn't good. It's not a good team right now. Looking at some of their numbers, and this is not updated with the Clipper game that just happened, so maybe that changes a little bit of things, but as of right now, the Warriors are kind of average. They're about 16th in They're 15th in offense, so they're the average offense, 17th in defense, and net rating they're 18th, so they're about average. Basically, when you look at the numbers, ratings, they're about an average team. Looking at some of the stats they have, they're a very peculiar team, and they're not a very good team. When you look at some of the numbers, look at some of their team stats. Some basic ones. They're 25th in field goal percentage. They're not very efficient. They take a lot of threes, 4th in 3-point attempts. They turn the ball over a lot, 24th in turnovers, even though they're top 5 in assists, but they're also near bottom 5 in turnovers. Team 4 has a lot of turnovers, but also gets a lot of assists. Looking at how they score and how they do things, it's not a very well constructed team right now. Looking at some of their scoring, how they score, they average the least amount of the percentage of their points in the paint are the worst. Only 34% of their points come from the paint. So they're not really taking a lot of twos. They don't make a lot of twos. They don't take a lot of twos either. They're bottom 5 in the league in percent of their shots from 2, and they're top 5 in percentage from 3, obviously, because balance. Yeah, they're only 45% of their points are from 2s. They rely on a lot on the 3 ball. Again, they're top 5 in 3-point attempts. So a lot of their shots are, just trying to score. Trying to score from 3 or shoot the ball from 3. But looking at this team, they don't really create a lot of good shots. They don't create a lot of shots in the paint for themselves. Like, of course, they are one of the best teams, or one of the most. They actually cut the most in the league. They have the most possessions on cuts. But after that, it's like they can't really score anywhere else. Like drives, they average the least amount of drives per game, 36.5. And on those drives, they're only shooting 44%. Only a little less than 7 field goals made with drives. They average a little bit less than 7 field goals made per game on drives. So they're not driving, cutting in, and creating from themselves, because they don't have a lot of shot creators. Besides Steph Curry. Steph Curry's having a great year. He's averaging 29, 5, and 4, shooting 48% from the field, 43% from 3, 93% from the free throw line, still getting it done. But after that, they don't really have much else hanging on. Klay Thompson's been a huge talk about, this team this season. He's in a contract year, age 33, of course, coming off the big injuries. Klay is not having a great season so far. He's having, honestly, one of his worst seasons. 15.7 points per game. That's the second lowest since his rookie year in 2012, where he averaged 12. Rebounds and assists, all right, but the shooting, he's shooting career worst from everywhere. Dang near 40% from the field. That's his worst ever. He's taking 13.4 shots a game, which is actually his least since his rookie season as well. He's shooting 36% from 3, which is his worst ever. 7.6 3-point attempts. That's about in the middle. Even he's taking not that many free throws either. Only 2, shooting 88%. Like, he's not shooting the ball well. Like, seeing some of his games that he has had, it's just not the same Klay Thompson anymore. Like, he's had a lot of games. He had 6 for 18, 7 for 12, 7 and 12. That's his first 3 games. 5 for 14, 5 for 16 back-to-back days. He shot 5 for 16. 1 for 10 against the OKC Thunder. 5 for 13, 3 for 11. Like, he's had too many games where he shoots under 40%. Under 40%. He's only had 2 games this year where he shot over 50%. Or actually 4 games, I'm sorry. 4 games. He shot over 50%. And all 4 of those were honestly early in the year. Like, as of recently, the last, we'll go 7 games. Or 7-game stretch after he came back from the Minnesota game. In the last 7 games, averaging 17, 4, and 3. But he's shooting 38% from the field and 38%. He's dangerous from the same amount from the field and from 3. And he's taking 14 shots and almost 9 threes a game. He's not shooting the ball well. He's not, of course, not defending the same because of the injuries and the age. And there's real conversations that Klay Thompson might not be a Warrior for that much longer. Whether that's a trade at the trade deadline, or whether that's, at the end of the season, his contract runs out and the Warriors don't, pay him. Which, honestly, I don't blame the Warriors if they don't pay him at this point. Because at this point, he's 33 years old, and it looks like his best days are behind him. And if he can't really wake up and figure out, how to shoot the ball again, and it keeps having like a 16-point per game kind of season and stuff, I don't really know how the Warriors keep him around. And it would suck because, of course, he's a Warrior legend. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Like, of course, Warriors, they love him, all that stuff like that. But it's like, we got to do, at some point, you got to do what's best for you. And what's best for the team to move forward. And is giving Klay Thompson a max contract is giving Klay Thompson a max contract bettering your team? No. Not in 2023. It's not 2024. It's not helping your team at all. And even again, some talks that maybe even this year, if the Warriors really want to go in, and what direction the Warriors want to do, if they want to keep the Steph Curry era going, because even though Steph Curry is 35 now, he's still playing good ball. He's been by far and away the best player. He's been so good that's like literally, if he doesn't have 35 points, they're probably not going to win a lot of games. at this point, which it shouldn't be like that at this point. It should not be like that at this point of Steph Curry's career, but hey, all credit to him, he's doing it. But yeah, Klay Thompson, real talks, and there's a real possibility that he is no longer a Warrior for that much longer. You know, Andrew Wiggins has been getting better over the last few games, but he still is kind of like not there. He's shooting career low numbers. I mean, career low, dang near. 43% from the field, that's his worst since 2019, where he shot 41%. 26% from three, that's his worst ever. 59% from the free throw line? Are we serious right now? 59% from the free throw line. Last year, he shot 61%. Really? 59% from the free throw line. And yeah, he's gotten better over the past 5 games. Over the past 5, he's averaging 18, 5, and 1. Shooting 50%, 47% from the field, 77% from the line. So he's getting it together. But still, it's not like he's really like, you know, taking over. You know, he still does not look like the Andrew Wiggins of the past 2 years ago, where he was the third, dang near second best player on a championship team. You know, he just did not look like that. And he's also getting paid a lot of money, and he's getting a little older, so I don't know what his future looks like in Golden State. And then after that, Draymond, of course. Draymond's actually having a good year. I mean, shooting-wise, shooting 47% of the field, 46% from 3, 86% from the free throw line, 9, 5, and 5. He just had he has his best game of the year against the Clippers today. 21 points, he had 4 threes. You know, but I don't want to rely on Draymond Green to have to be our second scorer. Like that, if that's happening, that's getting really bad. If Draymond Green, you're relying on him to consistently give you buckets, you know. And then after that, they just don't have any firepower off the bench. Like, they have some top players off the bench, but they don't have anyone that's proven enough to go be a bucket getter. Like Jonathan Kuminga is having a better year. He's averaging 11 and 3. You know, shooting the ball not great, but you know, are we really ready? He's not ready to be that guy like that yet. You know, especially with this team, like, he's not ready for that yet. You know, Dario Saric has been pretty good. That's one good thing. Dario Saric is averaging 11 and 6 and 2. He's a starter now. Kevon Looney's coming off the bench. You know, again, Kevon Looney, we're not relying on him to score. We're relying on him to get offensive rebounds and blocks. That's what his goal is. Dario Saric has been pretty good. He's shooting the ball well. Chris Paul is injured now. So, yeah. You got that. Brandon Moody. Moses Moody, when he has played, has been good. Today he had 21 points. He started in this game. He's shooting 50% from the field, 37% from 3. But again, we can't rely on him yet. He's not ready to be relied on to put up 15 to 20 a night. You know, Brady Pajemski, their first round pick, is really good, but he's a rookie. And again, we're not expecting him to go put on big nights. So it's like they don't really have any like consistency in their offensive game besides, here, Steph, save us. It's like they don't have anything after that. And their defense is fine. Looking at all their defensive numbers, it's about average to a little bit above average. So they're defensively, they're okay. But it's like if they can't consistently score, especially in the second half, or if you look at the second half in some of these games, some of these last few games, like, it's taking a drop off. Like, I don't know what's happening. Like, even honestly, even the other day against the Clippers, you know, they're up big at one point, and then the Clippers came back and made it a 6-point game. Only lost by 6 at that point. You know, like, I don't know what it is, but the second half, the Warriors just can't figure it out. And the Warriors have to make some changes. I know they're not usually a team that makes trades at the trade deadline and stuff like that. I think their last one was literally the Andrew Wiggins trade 3 years ago. You know, but they're usually not a team that makes big changes and rides it out. But at this point, I don't know how you can. Like, if this keeps going and Klay Thompson can't wake up, and Andrew Wiggins is still kind of and you're still relying on Draymond Green to be your second best offensive option dang near, it's like, how far does this team go? Does this team even make the playoffs? I mean, they're probably solid enough to make the playoffs. Steph Curry, you know, is good enough to do that. But it's like, realistically, championship expectation, because at this point, we're not worried about a playoff appearance with the Warriors. Like, they've won 4 championships. You think they care about a 7 seed playoff appearance? No, they care about putting the ring on their finger. And at this point, there's no way for this current team that they had the possibility to do that. Especially how great the West has gotten. Like, of course, you have your obvious guy, but even like how much it's changed. Like the Minnesota Timberwolves and Oklahoma City Thunder and the Sacramento Kings are all top 5 seeds in the Western Conference. Like, you got to worry about them. You got to worry about the Denver Nuggets, obviously the reigning champs. The Mavericks still have a man number 77 who can win you a game by himself. The Phoenix Suns are starting to ball. The Lakers are always going to be there with LeBron. The Rockets now are a competent team. The Pelicans, we don't know, but sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Even the Clippers, who we just lost to today, still have Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden. It's like, I don't really know how they, like, withstand and, like, with this current team, how high they can be in the Western Conference at this point. Because right now, again, their offense is really just, here's Steph, here's the ball, and let's just take a bunch of threes. Their defense is all right, but it's like, I don't really know. I don't know. I just don't think this team is good enough. There was a report came out today that said the Warriors might, they should entertain the package of trading. I think, was it Andrew Wiggins and Jonathan Kuminga, I want to say, for Pascal Siakam, which wouldn't be a bad move, but at this point, is Pascal Siakam really saving them? I don't really know. They do have to make some moves. I don't know. The moves to make, though, I'm not sure about, because at this point, what is Klay Thompson getting you? I don't know. I mean, of course, teams would like to have Klay Thompson because the threat of him to be able to go in and knock 7 or 8 threes down in a game is there. But I don't really know at this point in 2023, almost 2024, if Klay Thompson's going to get you anything like game-changing, for Golden State. Maybe they could package, Andrew Wiggins, Kuminga, and something, and get a good player. I mean, that Pascal move isn't horrible. At least he gives you some offense. At least that's a 20-point per game scorer. Add it into the lineup that can help Steph a little bit. And he's a good enough defender that the defense won't take a massive drop. Of course, it doesn't help with the spacing because Pascal isn't I think he's shooting like 20% from 3 this year. And he can knock it down, but he's not a guy that's going to come out and average and hit up 5 or 6 threes. One in a while he can do that, but he's not consistently going to do that. You'll live with him taking that shot over driving to the paint. But I don't know, man. This Warriors team it's not good. It is not good. And how great the Warriors have been the last few years, it's kind of over, I feel like, at this point. Like, of course, they can still bring it together. They still have Steph Curry, which helps. But, like, I don't really know. I don't see a bright light at the end of the tunnel this season with this team. Even if they do make a move, I don't know. It depends on what the move is to make it better. Mike Dunleavy's definitely got some work on this and some work on his hands. Definitely has to find a way to make this team better, because right now it's just not it right now. And if they want to commit to Steph Curry and commit to this guy and try to win another championship with him and maximize, the championship window, they got to make a move. They got to do something to change up this team. And if it's trading Klay Thompson, then it might have to be like that. It might just have to be like that, unfortunately, But yeah, I can't believe they lost this game, man. I was watching and I kind of zoned out a little bit, doing some other stuff, and then all of a sudden I look back and it's the Clippers are on a 12-2 run. I'm like, whoa, okay, hold on, what? And then I lock in, and yeah, the way it ended, Paul George hitting the shots, the Warriors not being able to get like really good shots to turn the ball over a lot late in this game. They had Brandon Podziemski, like running out this lineup play because Andrew Wiggins didn't play because he cut his finger. I guess that's the thing. But yeah, again, this team definitely needs some work, needs some moves, and right now it's just not it. But yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, all stuff like that. I really appreciate it. We upset a lot, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.